Okay, welcome everybody to another Rhinos League, running the exact same 75 that I ran last week. Just went really well, managed to get the 5-0 trophy, playing against a lot of the top decks, so I was really happy with it. Not too much to say. If you haven't seen the other video and want to learn a bit more about the deck, I think I do a brief intro to it there, so do go and check it out. But yeah, I think we're going to get straight into it. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope people are doing very well wherever you're coming from, and a big thanks to everyone that subscribed recently, pushing up towards up and over 900 subscribers now, so targeting that mystical realm of 1000. So if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. Really does mean a lot to have you on board. And yeah, going to play some Rhinos today, playing quite a lot of Modern still at the moment, with it being Modern Regional Championship season. Think I've only got Modern tournaments now. Oh no, I'm going to go and play the last chance in Lille in November, so going to have to play some Pioneer as well. But yeah, mostly Modern with a smattering of Pioneer. So if you like that sort of content, please do come and check out the channel. Big focus, as usual, on testing decks, trying to find the best list, and obviously trying to improve gameplay as well. Okay, Gigantha, probably going to keep this hand. We've got a Force of Negation or a Subtlety able to slow him down. It's likely to be an energy deck with Gigantha, but it's not 100%. Really like having Fire Ice as well. Tends to be very good against the some of the stuff they can do. Mishra's Bauble makes me think it's not going to be energy. Okay, double Bauble. See, okay, double Bauble Mountain. Not sure what this says to us. This is just a classic Rhinos hand. Okay, so we reveal a Lorien Revealed. I'm just going to play a Misty and pass. So this could be some sort of breach deck. Implies they didn't have a fetch land in hand. They still don't find a land. Okay. So I could go and get Xander's Lounge, or we could get Lush Portico or Thundering Falls. I definitely want to get blue for triple blue. This would enable 1 mana Binding or Scion next turn. I'm just going to get Xander's Lounge. Okay, Flooded Strand. Into basic Mountain. I think I'm happy to go and get a basic here. Okay, they bolt us. So I'm going to go fetch a basic Plains, I think. And then just go Ice. Ice their 1 land. They're going to bolt us again. Okay. So probably Prowess then. Glad to pick up another Force. They do find their second land. So we're just slamming Shardless Agent here. That can't go and get another... What don't we have? We don't have green. So you do go to 10. Play Shardless Agent. Make some Rhinos. So yeah, assuming Prowess here. But yeah, Subtlety and Force of Negation. Very good. Okay, yeah. Commercial District. Pretty much just subtletying whatever they do, I think. Are we happy to subtlety that one? Yep. Just don't want to give them any creatures if we can avoid it. But Okay, they put it on top, which is fine. Let's see what we draw. I don't really want to shock in for this Steam Vent, so that's a really nice draw. So let's go Scion. And we might as well play the Arid Mesa now. So remember, Scion does give hexproof to the Shardless Agent. Okay, opponent going to play a Soul Scar Mage probably. Yep, but we've got Force up. I think I don't know. I think I can go and get blue mana with this. Oh yeah, Thundering Falls is good. Don't want another Scion at this point, just want another blue card so we can cast Force, pitch Force. Binding's also great. Opponent going to have to block here. So we got 4. We have enough points of damage. I can Binding the Soul Scar Mage if we need to. Yep, okay. So opponent got a little unlucky there to not find the land on time, given all those baubles as well. What do we want? I think we definitely want the forces. Subtleties are good as well. Leyline's obviously really, really good. Phlage is good. I don't know that we want to sideboard that much. The only things I would consider potentially Brotherhood's End and Endurance. Endurance in case they run Dragon's Rage Channeler, or for sometimes they're on Underworld Breach, and Brotherhood's End just as a sweeper. But what would we... I guess Fire Ice isn't great against them. Like the damage is a bit difficult. I think it's fine though. I think I'm just going to resubmit. Right, got a decent hand here. We can put out a Leyline on turn 1. Our lands are not going to cost us any life because of the Leyline. Probably will fetch a basic though. Okay, they are on Dragon's Rage Channeler. So here, right, what we can do is we can go... This can fetch Island, this can fetch Plains. So actually we can just go Misty Rainforest here. An important thing into Blood Moon, if let's say the opponent Blood Moons us and we have a Leyline in play, if we have our basic planes, Blood Moon doesn't interact with the basic planes, so Leyline of the Guildpact makes the planes all colours, so you will still have access to all your colours as well as a Leyline Binding for 1 mana. Okay, just taking 1 here. I'm going to go... Actually, no, I'm going to go and fetch our island here. Okay, they plot a show off. So let's... Yeah, I'm just going to island cycle. Yeah, I'll go and get a basic island. Yeah. So the problem with fire... So we could go fire, deal 1 here. Would we rather tap the Slick Shot? Potentially. I'm going to fetch my basic planes now. Just in case. Right, so we could go fire the Dragon's Rage Channeler. They have a Slick Shot plotted. I think I'd rather tap something, because sometimes they run things like Scale Up, Assault Strobe, just things that make, you know, sorcery speed things that make the Slick Shot huge. Okay, Swift Spear. we'll take the damage. Okay, so they could have... I'm just going to try and fire now. Just make them use a pump spell, potentially. Because this, holding up 1 green mana often represents the green gain hexproof and +2/+2. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a pretty big blowout potentially. Okay, they have 3 cards in hand. Given that they quite possibly have that, I'm just going to slam Shardless. Could also be Veil of Summer, I guess. If they attack with the Swift Spear, we're just mob blocking it. This is the key turn, really. It's not out of the question for our opponent to hit us for 16 here with a Slick Shot plotted. They have played their 4th land, which possibly implies a little bit flooded. They're surveilling, probably looking to put a Lava Dart into the graveyard. Yeah, if they attack with a Swift Spear, we're throwing all of our creatures in front. Put 1 on top. Okay, they had Gigantha, which is not a show of strength. Okay. Well, Crashing Footfalls isn't our best draw. I will suspend it. I guess I should Thundering Falls first. Definitely graveyard that one. Suspend a Footfalls. Now, these Rhinos are enough. We could attack with the Shardless Agent as well. I think I'm just going to send in the Rhinos. Good film title if anyone's interested. Send in the Rhinos. Okay, put the opponent to 7. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about just being destroyed by a Slick Shot show-off. They did put a card on the top. Because, yeah, the kind of combo is they plot the show, they play the show-off from plot, Assault Strobe, which gives it double strike. And then they play Scale Up, which makes it a 6 power creature. Hopefully this is just Gigantha. That'd be ideal. Okay, that's good for us. They don't look like they've found any spells. So I'm not going to try and do anything now. See if they attack. Okay. So yeah, we'll just go Ice the Gigantha, which will force a block. Should force a block here. Okay, Force of Negation is a nice pickup. Okay. Yeah, we're just attacking with everything here. We've got Force for like Mutagenic Growth or stuff like that, but Mutagenic Growth costs 2 life as well, so I think it looks like the opponent had a pretty anemic draw both of those games. Game 1 never found their second land, we didn't find it for ages, and we just kind of capitalized on it, and then looks like they had the opposite problem in Game 2, just flooding out. You know, this deck doesn't really ever want to get to 5 lands. Okay, well, good to be 1 up. See you for round 2. Right, we're on the draw here. We have a 2-lander. If we fetch... we've got some looks. I think I'm going to... Maybe we can do better on the draw. We can't turn 2 binding. I think I'm going to mulligan. Yeah, it's close. This hand is okay. I think we'll keep it bottom the Force, shove a Leyline into play. Don't know, maybe I was meant to keep the 6. See what we've got. Okay, Stitcher Supplier, Milling, Eye Witch, Eye Bat. When it dies, learn. Okay, not seen this one before. We'll play out our Misty Rainforest. Access to Binding. Thoughtseize. Yep, can't do anything about that. This hand looks kind of like a zoo hand, I guess. Possibly would have been better to... I don't know. You never know what you're against when keeping your 7 in game 1. Well, certainly not online, short of Googling your opponent. Right, opponent takes the Force of Negation, implying there might be like a Chthonian Nightmare or something in their hand, I guess. Like this Stitcher Supplier kind of reeks of the Chthonian Nightmare deck. Yep, this is pay 1 life. We'll go and get Lush Portico here. I'm going to graveyard that one at this point. Okay, another Binding. So I'll just play the Steam Vents tapped and pass. Don't know if I'll now Binding the Supplier. Probably not. I don't know what they're doing here. Cling to Dustar Misty. Okay, that's pretty good because that's an answer to Phlage as well. Okay, Urborg. I wonder if I meant to Binding this. What could the opponent have? Okay, find Flooded Strand. I think I'm just going to play that and pass. I don't really want to tap out for Phlage, especially when next turn we can go Phlage, still hold up Binding. We're under no real pressure. They can Surveil again here. Mono black, we're not too worried about them. Okay, could be like a Shieldred. Well, there's the 1 ring. Okay, so we're just gonna fetch. We're not gonna Binding the ring until they tap it, so they don't draw any cards. We'll graveyard that one again. Okay, we'll play the arena. I am gonna suspend here. And then, yeah, we're Binding the ring so they didn't draw any cards. Do we Binding it now? Opponent playing around. So, no, I don't think we do. I don't think the 1 damage is worth the kind of... Because in theory, we could go Binding, they draw a card with it. And then they just slam another one. Okay. So it looks like it possibly is a Chthonian Nightmare deck. I am just going to take the opportunity to Binding now. Well, maybe. We could have Binding, but I think, yeah, the 1 card is less good. Okay. That is a fantastic draw. Okay. Ardent Plea. Make some Rhinos. Pass the turn. Opponent could have loads of removal in hand. We don't really know what's going on that side of the table. I'm suspecting things, yeah, like Chthonian Nightmare. They are running the ring, which I suppose shouldn't be too much of a epiphany here. Every deck is seemingly running that at the moment. Right, so they play a Phyrexian Tower, which is, yeah, that's obviously good with these. Attack for 1. I think I probably am Phlaging here. Okay, they sacrifice the Eyewitch. That must be from Strixhaven, yeah. So learn is either draw, discard. Okay, they put Archon of Cruelty into the graveyard. Okay, that's scary. They play a ring, which gives them protection. Do I Binding the Ring? I'm a bit worried about this Archon being persisted. I think I'm going to Binding the Ring. It's close. So that implies they probably have Persist in hand because they took our Force. They know our last card. Okay, Flooded Strand. There's no point in doing Phlage. The only thing we can do is kill Stitcher's Supplier, which is maybe good enough. But then they can... I guess we're never getting to enough mana to play and escape Phlage in one turn. So we just Phlage the Supplier. I guess we can just hold it actually as a burn spell. So if they go Archon, well, Archon does make us discard a card as well. So don't think, yeah, we don't have any more Surveil lands to go and get. Because yeah, if they go Archon and haven't got enough mana to cling to dust the Phlage, we can go escape Phlage with Arena of Glory, shoot the Archon and then attack. Definitely an interesting looking build. Yeah, so learn is you can get a lesson or discard draw. Okay, opponent finds another Urborg, but doesn't do anything with it. Okay. Yeah, I'll fetch here. Not really too interested in drawing any more lands, especially not shock lands, so we'll just go and get one of those. Wouldn't mind a Scion. Probably would give that one haste. Okay, Fire Ice is nice. I am going to attack here. Because this is... They're not... Okay, Stitcher's Supplier. They don't block. So how much mana have they got? They got 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like they're clinging, which is fine. They're going to cling something just to draw a card. They cling our Crashing Footfalls. We make Rhinos next turn as well. Fire Ice obviously as well, 2 points of burn at the opponent's face. We do have Phlage for that as well. So we're still not entirely sure what's going on. But yeah, some sort of persist deck probably. Okay, so there is 2 Cabal Coffers there. Maybe they're trying to hardcast Archon. Okay, they cling to dust again. They know we have Phlage. Okay, so didn't really see much of the opponent's deck there. Some draw discard stuff, putting Archon in the graveyard means we can probably assume they're on Persist. I wonder if we want Crashing Footfalls or whether we want Inevitable Betrayal here. We definitely want the Endurances. Probably not Wear Tear. I wonder if we just do this. So we go out with those, in with these, and then trim. Maybe a Subtlety. Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll try it. Okay, we have a Leyline. Yeah, this hand is good. Opponent mulliganing to 6 and to 5. I guess with coffers they probably can't. Maybe we should have kept all the subtleties in. Okay, there's the Eye Witch. We're just not killing their creatures that often, I guess, is the other thing. Okay, play this. Pass. We have 2 Cascaders. Do need to find our 3rd land. I suppose they could have Bowmasters. I wouldn't be, yeah. I mean, Bowmasters is probably very good. Okay, that's a good draw. Let's play the Lush Portico. I don't really want that, I don't think. I mean, it kind of gives the game away of what we've got in hand. Although they don't know that we're going to try and cascade into Inevitable Betrayal, I guess. And we only have 2 copies of that, so... Okay, opponent plays Cabal Coffers. Okay, draw another Leyline, that's fine. It pitches to Force, pitches to Endurance. Island Forest. Okay, Cascade. Cast Inevitable Betrayal. Sundering Titan. Well, we don't want that one. Okay, so just interested. Yeah, so it was a persist, 4 persists, 4 footsteps. Yeah, so like Reanimator. No Khan, the Great Creator, but 4 copies of Sundering Titan. That was possibly from the board, I guess. But yeah, we just put a Archon of Cruelty into play there. Probably implies they have 1 ring. But yeah, interesting deck. Very all in on the Reanimate. I guess they're not all in on the Reanimate because they can just hard cast big fatties with Cabal Coffers. But yeah, happy to get the win there. See you for round 3. Right, we are on the play here for round number 3. See what we get. Haven't had any Leyline Scion action yet. There is a Scion. We can cast that on turn 2. We can also Binding on turn 2. We have a Subtlety. We're against a Gigantha. Yeah, this is fine. We have a this hand's actually really good. So we want to go and get a Triome here. Triome Temple Garden is our usual way of getting Domain on turn 2. Maybe I should have Binding. Maybe I should have Subtlety that. Notably, obviously, if we want to just Binding on turn 2, we do this the other way round. Okay, I'm going to play the Scion here. Next turn, if we find a land, I'll probably... Yeah, I guess the problem with Subtlety is we don't have... you know, we either get rid of our... potentially a land or a Cascader. Okay, opponent shocked in. Just don't know what they have here. Okay, there's Ardent Plea, so we'll Island Cycle for Hallowed Fountain. Play that. Look to go Binding. We can just dump our hand here and then next turn Shardless Agent. Or maybe Ardent Plea next turn. Probably not Ardent Plea next turn. Though we could. Okay, so that implies they have Fatal Push, I guess. This could be Obnix or something. I'm just going to Subtlety that. Don't really want to have to deal with Ajani. Okay, they go top with that. I kind of don't want to Binding. No, I think I will Binding one of these. They put the Ajani on top. What would we rather... no, I'm going to take two, because if they play Ocelot Pride, I'll really want to Binding that. We don't just want them making loads and loads of tokens. They have 4 cards in hand. I think one of them is probably Fatal Push. I think they thought we were on Zoo, and we're holding up Push for a Ragavan, Wild Nacatl, the other 2-mana one. I think I am going to Binding here. Like, just don't want a Giant to come in and make 2 energy, like 4 energy or whatever it is. And if we find a land, okay, Phlage is interesting because we go Phlage, kill this. I think I'd rather. Let's attack for 1, I guess. I would have quite liked a land there, an untapped land, but we can go attack for 4. Yeah, I'm pretty confident they have Fatal Push. So we go attack for 4. Opponent goes to 11. Right. So Shardless Agent uses our mana well. It deals with, you know, it threatens lethal next turn, but it gives them the opportunity to push something. But I think we just do that. Like, putting the Rhinos into play is just really big. Okay, Crashing Footfalls. Make some Rhinos. Could be they don't have Fatal Push, but don't know. That's the read I'm taking. If we don't see it here, then they don't have it. Don't know if they do run main deck Fatal Push, but okay, maybe not. I was incorrect. So they're going to go Ajani. How bad is Phlage? This does have hexproof, so Phlage doesn't kill anything. I guess maybe they're holding up Fatal Push to kill Ajani. So we'd quite like a land, an untapped land here, to be able to go Phlage and Binding. Well, yeah, there we go. So how much damage are we dealing? 4. If I just Binding the Ajani, then we're just dealing enough, right? Hold on. If they go block here, they take lethal. If they block with a Ajani in any way, shape or form. If we go Binding the Ajani, if they push, they die. If they push a Rhino, I think Binding the Ajani is fine. We could just Binding the Cat Warrior. Oh, they have to push the Cat Warrior, actually. Yeah, that's yeah, what I mean. They have to push Cat Warrior. So if we target the Ajani here, they could go push. Let's go target Ajani. They could push the Cat Warrior, but then they just take massive damage. Okay, so we'll attack with everything. Okay, so they do have push. They take. They could block here. Okay. So this does have trample. Oh, they go to 4. I am gonna play the Phlage, I think. So if I go and get Stomping Ground, we can Phlage next turn out of the graveyard. But I don't think we'll need to. I think I'd rather play it because if we go to 10, but if I get an island, we instead go to 13, which is probably a lot harder for them to kill us. With like, I don't know, something like Goblin Bombardment. I'm going to get the island. Let's get Phlage. I wonder if I could have done this in a different order. Okay, they go to 1, we go to 12. Okay, there's an energy. I guess they can gain life with Guide of Souls. They have 2 cards in hand. They'd need to go Ajani maybe? Or like Amped Raptor. There are definitely ways in which we could die here. Phlage is good. Okay, Phlage targeting Scion. So they must have... they must have Discharge. Okay, they have Bowmaster. Yeah, okay, so that punishes us for not getting the right land, I guess. Arena of Glory is our best draw. We may lose this game. Shardless Agent isn't too shabby either. Oh, if I'd got the right land... I wonder if there was a way we could have done it last turn. So if they have a way of making more... They've got a Phlage in the graveyard but no way of casting it. I mean, we're attacking. So yeah, if we'd had Phlage here, we could have gone Phlage their face. It still would have been enough, actually. Because we go Phlage... they could have blocked enough. Okay. So if they find a way to make 1 more energy, we die. Unfortunately. So we're dead to any creature, Galvanic Discharge. Oh, dead to that. Yeah. Oh, that's rough. I wonder if there's any way we could have done it. So that turn, if we'd gone Phlage, kill something, maybe we're meant to bait the push, but I don't think so. Okay, so here we want the Brotherhood's End for sure. We don't want any of the Force of Negations. So instead of Force of Negation, we'll probably bring in a couple of Endurance. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, so that turn was key. We were ahead. It was the life gain from the Guide of Souls. Maybe I was meant to just kill Guide of Souls and forget about the Ajani. That's definitely possible, actually. I'll just leave Ajani alone. Okay, what do we think about this? So we go turn 1, suspend. Yeah, I think this is okay. It's not amazing, but maybe we're, against this they struggle with Leyline Scion, so maybe I am meant to mulligan mediocre 7s. Not sure. The Xander's Lounge might make this a bit awkward. We do have a powerful sideboard card. Okay, opponent keeps their 7 as well. I am just going to fetch Shock Suspend. I think we're going to get Temple Garden here. Might need to go and get a basic. This can get basic island. Maybe we're meant to get like Stomping Ground and then Plains. Don't know, we'll see what we draw. Right, opponent fetching. Could have Thoughtseize, I guess. Okay, Blood Crypt implies Thoughtseize. Yeah, okay. So, wouldn't be surprised to see him take Brotherhood's End, I guess. Fetching Temple Garden also unlocks the potential of turn 2 binding. Okay, they take Fire Ice. Brotherhood's End really handy against this as well. Probably better than something like some of the other sweepers because it deals damage to planeswalkers as well. It's not uncommon for them to have at least one planeswalker. Ajani, they run the Obnix as well, which sometimes makes 2. So it depends what we draw here. I think I'm just going to play the Xander's Lounge. Okay, that's not great. So let's just go. We will suspend another one. Play the Xander's Lounge and pass. I probably do fetch a Plains. It depends if we think we need to Brotherhood's End on turn 3. It's unlikely unless they play out, I don't know, if they go Amped Raptor into... Oh, this could be Amped Raptor into Blood Moon. Okay, Amped Raptor into Reprieve is definitely fine with us. I suppose that was a... they could have Blood Mooned us there. We can fetch Basic Island off it, but... Okay, Ice is a nice draw. I wonder if I meant to ice a land. Probably not into Bowmasters. We'll see what they play here. I don't know. I think I probably will use Lorien Revealed. Actually, I probably should have used Lorien Revealed. I could have used Lorien Revealed to go and get a Steam Vents there. Don't know, we'll see what the opponent does. Obviously, if If Blood Moon, we fetch basic planes. If no Blood Moon, I need double red. They're fetching, so basic planes implies they are still running Blood Moon. Okay, Phlage. That's okay, we take 3. Don't think I want to use our Fire Ice here. I guess I should probably actually just go Lorien Revealed. We could just get Thundering Falls here and then fetch a basic planes. I think that's probably better. I just don't want to get destroyed by Blood Moon. And we're not having to... I could go fire, but I don't think so. We draw another Crashing Footfalls, which is not what we want. We will graveyard that one. Well, I guess we'll suspend again, but not overly happy with that. Raucous Theatre. Okay, it must be next turn. Yeah, so we're making Rhinos next turn. Goblin Bombardment. They put a Phlage into the graveyard. Are we meant to now fire kill this? I think so. Opponent can Phlage next turn, which is bad. So what would we like to draw? Like Leyline into Scion? Phlage of our own is very good. Okay, we'll take a Scion. I guess now the opponent goes Phlage, we can attack. We're making Rhinos next turn as well. I guess the trouble is with Phlage though. They can go Phlage, ping, Phlage shoot us, and then next turn it's threatening, what, 9 damage? Okay, they discharge our Scion to kill it. Then they go Phlage, we go to 8. Oh, they dealt it at 1. Okay, I wasn't expecting. Why would they deal it 1? They're going to kill it, but do they need all of that energy? Don't know. I think I'm going to attack here and then just threaten to Brotherhood. Well, Brotherhood's end though, they can potentially sacrifice the Phlage to Goblin Bombardment to do something. They are at 19. Maybe okay, so I think we can learn from this. I'm not meant to keep kind of mediocre hands. So what have we got that deals with a Phlage? ice doesn't help. That certainly doesn't help. Okay, so the question is, do I attack? Let's say I go attack with both. They don't bother blocking. If they do block, they kill a Rhino. They kill a Rhino and then we kill Phlage. They ping us for 1. If they just don't block, we get to then potentially double block. I don't think I want to block. I don't think I want to attack. I've got 2 cards in hand. We're not making more Rhinos for a number of turns. But if, let's say we attack, they just take it. They go to 11, attack us back, dome a Rhino. I mean, they're just not going to block. So I'll play the Misty and pass, I think. Phlage is so good. So we can go and get our Surveil land. Hopefully surveil something good. Opponent got 3 cards. Something like Guide of Souls probably just kills us. If they attack, we're just triple blocking. Sorry, quad blocking. Okay, they do attack. I am a little surprised at that. They could have Bowmasters, I guess. Okay, so they finish one off. Yeah. I mean, we have to just go nuts with the blocks. So they kill one. They could sacrifice both creatures to deal with the other. Okay, they have another discharge. Hopefully they don't have another. Like if they just have everything here, like if they have another fatal push as well, or another discharge, then fine. Sure. I don't think we're meant to play around that. And so now we need to draw. Yeah, can't quite. Oh, I meant to surveil. Okay, so we go Brotherhood's End, kill everything. They shoot us twice. We go to 9, which is exactly enough for this. Okay, yeah, that was rough. I think maybe misplayed in game 1. I think I need to go back and review it. There may have been some way we could have dealt with it. I think the game 2 keep is probably not good enough against this deck. I think I need to go and I think I need to be mulliganing maybe a little bit harder. It was close. Those blocks, I think, again, were correct. I don't think we play around them having everything there. Like they had that the last 3 cards in their hand were Bowmasters, Thraben Charm, Discharge. So I think that's fine. Let me know if you'd done anything different there. Maybe I missed something. I think the attacks and blocks were fine, but do let me know if you disagree. Always good, I think, to go and review that kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll take our lumps to Mardu Energy there and move on to round number 4. Right, we're on the draw here. Opponents revealed Loot Tree. Okay, so against some sort of, it's usually some sort of like singleton control. I think I'm going to keep this. We've got, we can go. We've got a draw. We can put Leyline to play. We can surveil, look for a land. We can cycle, look for a land. We can, draw a card. I think, yeah, I'm going to risk it. I don't, in a competitive tournament, would I risk keeping this? I mean, maybe. Let me know if you'd keep this. It's a weird one. We have, we're on the draw, so we've got our turn 1 draw, turn 2 draw, and a surveil. Like, essentially it is a 2 land as well. And all being well, we can just sort of, slam. Slam a Cascader into Cascader. Okay, Phlage not the best, but let's see what we can put. Temple Garden, yeah, we're going to put that on straight on top. And then, yeah, this turn, so there's a question as to whether we want to go Island Cycle or Ice. I think I'm just going to play the tap land and then Island Cycle. I probably should have Island Cycled for Thundering Falls and played that there. See what they do. Could be Blood Moon here. Gonna Island Cycle for a basic island, just in case. It's unlikely, I guess, but yeah, not the most usual deck we're up against. Okay, fine. Another Lorien Revealed isn't too bad. I think we're just jamming Shardless Agent. See if they want to counter our Footfalls. It often is counterspell. Okay, they do have counterspell. That implies they okay, they have Stern Scolding as well. That makes sense. But we 2-for-1 them there. Implies they probably don't have Logic Knot. They often run that as another counterspell, because with Loot Tree you're only able to run one of each. Okay, they sink into Stupor our Leyline, which is interesting. So I'm just going to slam another Shardless Agent. Cast another Footfalls. Play our land and pass. With this land we'll go and get, yeah, we're just going to get Thundering Falls here. We do have a Phlage. Could consider going and getting an untapped land and then cycling Lorien Revealed. But don't think so. Okay. Expressive Iteration from the opponent. I think they're usually on things like Murktide. So Murktide Regent would be big here. Yeah, it looks like that's what it is. Okay, that's fine. So we'll go and get Oh, hold on. So next turn we want to be able to go Ice and play Ardent Plea. So do we just go and get an untapped Steam Vents here and then cycle for... So we'd go to 17. I don't really want to go within 2 hits of the Murktide though. I think I'm just going to get the Thundering Falls. Okay, we do find a land. Okay, that's fine. We'll put that on top. Okay, so let's go Ice here. Yeah. They could have Force, I suppose. Okay, no Force. So let's attack for 10. They go to 6. And then I think it's just, yeah. We'll go play another Ardent Plea while the opponent's tapped out. Okay. So, against Loot Tree, we'll bring in the Endurance. Definitely want the Disputes. We probably don't want Force here. They're probably on Mystical Dispute, Spell Pierce, stuff like that. So that's an easy enough swap. Leyline, they do have Sink into Stupor. Subtlety is okay against Murktide Regent, but I think I'm going to trim those. Maybe just go with this. Like, it's potential we're meant to get rid of the ley lines. It's just an awful top deck. We could, maybe I'll trim. I'm never sure on trimming one ley line. But like, how does this deck deal with, you know, they'd have, if we slam Leyline, slam Scion, although they may just counter our Scion. How afraid of Blood Moon are we? Not that much, given that it's Loot Tree. It's tempting to remove all the Leyline. I think we're gonna cut 2 ley lines actually and keep in the subtleties. I think Loot Tree is a an ETB trigger. So is it when it enters? Yeah, enter the battlefield. Okay. Right. No lands here. So mulligan. Okay. This isn't great. We did sideboard out those in the end, didn't we? We sided out 2. Yeah, mulligan again. This is better. So we'll keep this. Put back 1. Do we just put back both Loriens? Then this goes and fetches Forest. And we do a full domain. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, multi 5. Opponent keeps their 7. But Phlage is obviously a nice one to have. They put Expressive Iteration into the graveyard. Okay, Fire Ice is a nice pickup. So here we want to go. So we've got a mountain and a plains. So it's either Stomping Ground or Temple Garden. Stomping Ground. Because we don't run Breeding Pool. If it was Breeding Pool, I'd probably go and get that here. Oh, no, Breeding Pool doesn't cast Phlage. Let's go and get. That would be. I'm gonna get Stomping Ground. Suspend the Footfalls. Stomping Ground. If we absolutely need to ice something, fire something next turn, we can. Okay, Binding's a good draw. Let's just play the Xander's Lounge. We have access to 1 mana Binding plus fire or ice next turn. Okay, Spell Pierce into the bin. Bit surprising they put the Iteration into the graveyard. Okay, there's the Harbinger. Okay, so we control 2 types, which is unfortunate. So we got Island and Plains. So Binding costs 4. Okay, so let's pass the turn. I'm just gonna go ice the land. So we need to find a land, potentially. There is a land. Opponent is turned off of red mana. Okay, Thundertrap Trainer. Let's see what they reveal. Consider. Okay, so yeah, we're just slamming Binding here, I think. Yeah. Or do we wait for them to consider? Do we think they will consider? Okay, we'll let them make the choice. Then we'll cast Binding. So they do have a number of wizards. So they're probably on things like Flame of Anor. Okay, Dragon's Rage Channeler is fine. Could have been that I was meant to play Lush Portico because I could have played both of these next this turn. If I'd played this, I could have gone Shock In. Opponent's got 4 cards in hand. They consider. Okay, Flusterstorm. I mean, we're going to pay for all that. So we need to pay 2. So basic, yeah. And then, don't think it really matters. Yep. So just pay another. Oh. Pay the extra 1. Yep. They could have like a mana leak kind of thing here. Okay, Snap Flusterstorm, fine. Or Snaps. It has to be Snaps Fluster. But we're fine, kind of 2-for-1ing our opponent here. Let me get to cast a huge Scion. Opponent puts a card on top. I guess the thing we're really afraid of is... I'll put that on top, I think. If they have Flame of Anor, it's really bad because they can go kill our Scion, draw 2 cards, and then we may lose the game from that. They could have okay, they have Murktide Regent, but we have Fire Ice on top. So we have some choices. We could go... I think I'm going to go Phlage first. Try and kill... something. The other option is we could go attack. They block with Murktide and we have 2 chances to kill it. But then... kind of out of gas. And if they just take 4, I think I'm just going to go Phlage. So Phlage will attempt to kill... could kill Trainer here. But I think I'd rather kill the Channeler. Like Fire Ice could kill both of these things, but okay. If they attack with Murktide, I think I'm gonna try. Ooh, Narset. Okay. If they attack with Murktide, unless they reveal a counterspell or something here, I'll go block and then try and kill it. Brain Surge, okay. Okay, so we'll go block here. Possibly should have tried to fire before combat. Okay, so we do kill the Murktide, and then we get to cast Phlage. Or we could go Scion. I'm just going to go Phlage, I think. White, white, red, red. We know they have Brain Surge in hand. Ooh, okay, that's really bad. Okay, they win the flip, so we just lose. Yeah, I really dislike Invert Polarity. I've played it before in Blue-Red Wizards, and it's just never, like, obviously when you're doing it, it feels great, but it's just winning, losing on the flip of a coin. Like, they lose the flip there, it goes into our graveyard, we can keep playing, but... Okay, so... what, if anything, do you want to change? I think all this is fine. The only thing is I think we want the subtleties in. I think this is alright. Yep, like to play first. And the hand is fine. It's a lot of, well, 2 Crashing Footfalls. But Phlage is very good. Got 2 Cascaders. I don't think we can mulligan this. So we want to go... they were running things like Blood Moon. Gonna go and get Temple Garden, I think. Yep. Suspend. And then next turn we'll go suspend. Probably fetch a Surveil land. Pass the turn. Yeah, so we're going to get Thundering Falls. Going to put Sink into Stupor in their graveyard. Yeah, obviously really looking for our 3rd land here. Yep, put that on top. And we're going to go and fetch basic. Basic plains. And then I'm just going to go for a Shardless Agent. Obviously having 2 of these Ardent Pleas is not ideal. Okay, Spell Pierce. Maybe we're meant to just play Phlage or something there, but I don't think so. It's Surgical? Okay, well, Surgical's not actually that good here. Well, it's fine. It deals with... it does deal with this second Ardent Plea, which is pretty annoying. But we did suspend 2 of them, so they do still have that to worry about. I'm probably still casting Ardent Plea. Makes our Shardless Agent slightly bigger. They surveil 1 onto the top of their library. Okay, untap land. They kill our Shardless Agent, or attempt to. Okay. Are we going to bother playing Ardent Plea now? Probably not. That's a good draw. I do need the red to get Phlage into play. But we won't have enough in the graveyard anyway. I think I'm going to graveyard that one. Just play the Phlage. It's unlikely they counterspell this. Remand. Okay, we're fine with that. Expressive Iteration. Murktide's scary. Play basic island. And pass. So we do get to potentially make Rhinos this turn. I'm surprised they reminded the Phlage, given that we've got Rhinos on suspend. Okay, there's counterspell. Would like a big one here. Unfortunately not. We'll cast the Phlage. And then we'll play the Misty Rainforest, hopefully set up for next turn. Can this go and get red mana? Yeah, it can go and get Steam Vents. Okay, opponent Brain Surges. Or we might go and get the Triome. I don't think... Actually, yeah, I'm going to go and get the Triome. Cycling the Triome is fine, but yeah, we probably want access to 1 mana. 1 mana Binding or 2 mana Scion. Opponent up to a lot of cards. Drawing 4 cards. Okay, play a land. Pretty good there, 3 mana, draw 4. They know the contents of our hand. Yeah, I'll just go and get Xander's Lounge. Cast Phlage. Cast some Footfalls. Okay, they have Flusterstorm. They've put Spell Pierce into the graveyard. I am going to pay. With these mana, because I think we're more likely to find another white source. That's probably not correct, 'cause a fetch land can go and get Hallowed Fountain potentially. Yeah, I think that's okay. No, I'd rather hold up double green in case we draw Endurance. Okay, Mystical Dispute's a decent draw. Okay. Next time we can go Phlage. Oh, we can't. Trouble is we can't go Phlage and hold up this Ledger Shredder. Okay, wasn't expecting that one. Could be Murktide here. Okay, the Island Cycle. Magus of the Moon. Okay, we'll let this be a thing. Hopefully they discard a land so we can Phlage the Ledger Shredder to death, but I doubt they will. Okay, let's just mana leak this one. Vendilion Clique hitting the bin. Ah, okay. I guess the opponent has to block with Ledger Shredder. We Phlage, dome them, gain some life. They just have nothing, and we have a huge board. So, yeah, happy with that. Close games though. Actually, having those on suspend was quite key against that surgical extraction, but we'll take it. Let's play for the 4-1. Right, on the draw here. This hand's good. So we can put this out. So this lets us Leyline Binding on turn 1. Yeah, we can just play our fetch land, Binding on 1, and then yeah, hopefully slam these. Obviously, if we don't need to Binding, we can Surveil. Opponent cycles Street Wraith. Could be like an Inti deck, Hollow one. Could be Shadow, Blood Crypt. Get Thoughtseize, maybe. I've been a few different Rakdos lists running around. Okay, Dragon's Rage Channeler. I'm probably just going to Binding that. Like the Surveils are pretty annoying. Would be rather hold it for something else like an Inti. I think I'm going to hold it actually. I guess they could Thoughtseize and get a Surveil. Yeah, that punishes us, but okay, that's just gonna Binding the Channeler. May well go and get both basics here. So go play Misty and then just... What we'll do is we'll play Misty and then we'll fetch... If they don't play a Blood Moon effect, we can just go Surveil. Okay, there's Nethergoyf. That's okay. Okay, we draw another Shardless Agent. So let's go Misty Pass. Best draw there would have been Scion. So here, I doubt they're on the Blood Moon plan, but I will just go and fetch. We'll just go and fetch basic plains and then a Surveil land. And then we'll just start dropping Cascaders turn after turn and hope to overwhelm our opponent like that, which against mid-range strategies is often pretty good. Okay, they're on Troll. Okay, Raucous Theatre's fine. See what they Surveil. Can't think of much we'd play on turn 3 other than just start jamming these. What are we looking for on the top? I guess another land isn't bad. A Scion. I'd keep a Binding. I'd possibly keep a Force. I would keep a Subtlety. So yeah, basic plains, Thundering Falls. They put a Nethergoyf into their graveyard after some thought. Take 3. And they do play a Death Shadow as a 2/2. Okay, so basic plains, Thundering Falls. I did say I'd want another land, but I guess we do. Because next turn we kind of want to go like Shardless Agent, hold up something. Okay. Make 10 power. If they attack, I'm certainly blocking to some extent. How I'm blocking is unsure. I'm probably just mob blocking the shadow. Like, given that we've got, especially given we've got 2 more Cascaders in hand. It's possible I was meant to fetch an island there. I just don't see them on main deck Blood Moon. We do have outs to that, if that is what they're on. They got 3 cards in hand. They don't usually run things like Battle Rage. They do these days. This run the Phoenix that gives something flying and haste. Okay, opponent goes to 9. I'm going to mob block the shadow if they attack. Okay, no attacks. Okay, force is actually fine. Okay, so let's go land. So you have to be a bit careful with shadow. I don't think I'm attacking. I think I'm just playing another Shardless Agent and passing. Because if we attack, damage is a bit weird. Like if we attack with everything, they block a Rhino with shadow. It's weird because the damage then goes through, the shadow lives. So I think I'm just gonna play another Cascader, and then we'll just pass and look to attack next turn. Like, yeah, I guess we could have attacked with one Rhino there. Maybe that was the play. Okay, they cycle. They may have had that as a combat trick as well. I don't know if we can force the Phoenix. My gut says no. Unless... Oh, I don't know actually. Maybe you can because it's like a bestow ability. I think we can force the Phoenix. Okay. So they make some big stuff here. Like they've got 6/6 shadow. But they can only block 3 things. I suppose they could have Fatal Push, but we've got this Force of Negation. They could escape a Nether Goyf, but then the other Nether Goyf grows smaller. These have Trample as well. I think we should be in good shape. Wonder if the opponent's doing maths. If they attack with a shadow, I'll just block with a Shardless Agent. Do you remember the glory days of Death Shadow where I used to play it quite a lot, and I did love the deck. I do still play it sometimes on the channel. I've mostly been playing blue-black these days, but used to be able to attack. Used to be able to go attack with shadow, and people were so scared of Teemo Battle Rage that they just block with everything and you just go to damage. Okay, so the opponent's Unholy Heating a Rhino. This is kind of a last ditch effort because they do not have Delirium. They're hoping to get it with this Dragon's Rage Channeler, which they hit a Phoenix. So you can cast this. Is it like the other side of this? Enchantment creature. To pay... I assume that's then an aura. So if they heat this, kill it, they could then bestow a Phoenix. If I Force of Negation this, they bestow the Phoenix, they've got 3 blockers. So then 1, 2, they block the 3 biggest, say, and everything else gets in. I think I just Force of Negation this one. I guess they could play a Nether Goyf as another blocker. Play Nether Goyf as another blocker. So 4 are blocked. All the Rhinos are blocked. Right. Force Negation this. They play Nether Goyf. The other Nether Goyfs have to shrink. I think I am just forcing this. Could be that we were just meant to make more Rhinos. Maybe I was meant to force the Nether Goyf. Sorry, force. But if we don't force and they play Nether Goyf, I think this should be fine. I probably should have sat down and actually thought about the maths. Let's say they play Nether Goyf. They have to get rid of the Phoenix for a start, which shrinks a lot of stuff. It would shrink the Dragon's Rage Channeler, shrinks the Goyf. I think we should, yeah, they're at 6. We should have enough damage. They could play Phoenix from the yard onto something, but then they can still only block 3 things, so we should still be fine. Yeah. Okay. So, Death Shadow. We're going to want the endurances. What do we think about Brotherhood's End? Probably not Brotherhood's End. What do we trim? I think Force of Negation is fine to trim. Bring in the endurances. And then, what's our last card? Mystical Dispute is okay. Just as a bad mana leak. Maybe we keep in 1 force. I think, yeah, keeping 1 force is fine. Because it does hit the Phoenix. It does hit removal. You could bring in Tear for the Phoenix, I guess. Maybe that's better. Rather stop it resolving, I think. I think we'll just go with this. Right, gonna keep this hand. Again, it's similar. So we can just go, what we want to do is we want to go, we can go fetch these green-white Surveil land turn 1, and then we can play Xander's Lounge and Binding on turn 2. Okay, not the best draw. Let's play this one. This one can fetch either of our basics. I've seen lists. I think the next one I'll try. I think other people have been playing Rhinos. Essentially, the only 2 flex slots at the moment are the Subtleties. I've seen Bone Crusher Giant in that slot, which I think I'm gonna try next. And I've seen a few different things in the sideboards as well. You see Teferis sometimes, things like that. So, yeah, gonna experiment a little bit, but obviously happy with this list at the moment. Right, opponent leading with double Nethergoyf, which can be a bit scary because these can grow pretty large, but we do have a Binding to deal with 1. Thoughtseize would be pretty good. Okay, Swamp Cycling puts another card type in the graveyard. They get Raucous Theatre. Okay, take 2. So yeah, we're going to Surveil here with Lush Portico. I want that one. Happy with that one. Xander's Lounge. Given that we've drawn Endurance, how worried about these Nethergoyfs are we? Like, am I binding 1 or am I saving that for a shadow? Or something else? Okay, Phoenix is pretty good. They can bestow here. I think I just binding 1. Yeah, let's go binding. Take 3 less damage. And then next turn, we just slam Shardless Agent off of probably just Temple Garden. Well, Doubthy Voidwalker is pretty good. Okay, Phlage is also pretty good. I'm just going to cast that one. Do we get Temple Garden? It needs to be green, so yeah. So we have to cast Phlage here. And we want to make sure we stack the triggers correctly. So, yeah, we want the sacrifice trigger to resolve last so that Phlage actually goes to our graveyard. Because otherwise, if we don't do that, the opponent next turn, if we cascade and play Crashing Footfalls, the opponent just casts Crashing Footfalls as well next turn, which is obviously not good. I guess Phoenix is a little bit difficult with Nethergoyf. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So I wonder what we're meant to do here. They play another Phoenix. Okay, Scion. So let's start by island cycling. Just going to get a basic. Now, we could play the Scion. We could play Shardless Agent, or we can just hold up Endurance. If I play Scion and block, next turn slam Leyline. I think I just want to go Endurance block. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go Endurance block. I've only got 3 cards in hand. Thought Seize is the worst, I think. Okay, another Phoenix is okay. Potentially stonewall that. So that is, we are facing down lethal potentially. Maybe I was meant to just pitch, but okay. And then we'll just block here, take 4. Maybe that was wrong. Yeah, because I do get to keep the stupid Phoenixes. So now we have to... Oh, that's a very good draw. Okay, so we can go Scion. Yeah, do get a little bit lucky there. We meant to ice, or are we meant to kill one? Because next time we're slamming Leyline. I think we'd let them attack. Yeah. Block. Block. Fire, kill this one. We've drawn very well here, obviously. Next turn we just slam Leyline, attack with Vigilance, try and gain 7 life. Kill all the Phoenixes. Well, Unholy Heat's annoying. We've got 2 cards in hand. I'm going to keep the Endurance back here. Force of Negation is actually a really nice draw. Let's just go... keep this back to block a hasty threat. Make a load of power. I guess what we can do is we could just attack with Endurance, puts them to 12, and then they're dead next turn. But if they play any creature... because we can then potentially force the Phoenix. But then they play any creature to block. Like we're likely forcing a Phoenix anyway. No, I'm going to keep it back. We also, if we attack them to 12, they can potentially play Death Shadow. Question is if they thought Seize to be Force. Probably not. Yeah, we can force this. I think it. Because Modo, how does Modo show this? If you just hover over it. Enchantment. Okay, so yeah, it is an enchantment aura, so it does show it on both. So yeah, you can force it. It's weird that the aura becomes a phoenix when you kill the creature. You have to collect evidence 6, I think. Yeah, so they'd have to exile. They'd actually at the moment have to exile both phoenixes, which would be fine for us. But I don't know. There's ways. I was just a bit worried that, you know, they could go like, I don't know, play something. We're at 4, so things like Street Wraith get super scary. They can go cycle, or like Troll, dump out a Shadow or something, give it haste, or attach both phoenixes. So there are ways we lose if we attack with the endurance. I think keeping it back, like even this coming turn, we'll probably just keep it back. Yeah, this coming turn we'll go attack with Shardless Agent and the 2 Rhinos because they can't block flyers anyway. Play Ardent Plea, and then hold up Force. Obviously, depending on what they do. Right, looks like the opponent's just passing. So we'll see what we draw. Okay, another Leyline. We do have Phlage in the graveyard, but this basic island's kind of bad. So we'll go to combat. Attack with 2 Rhinos. Yeah, and the Shardless. Put the opponent to 5. And then Cascade again. Cast the Footfalls. Okay. So opponent doesn't do anything. So it may be that they have Shadow. You know, they can go Shadow, Phoenix. But we have an answer. We haven't got an yeah, we've got most bases covered here because we've got a blocker. They can't currently double Shadow. I guess the only out is probably something like Cycle Street Wraith, Thought Sees You. Yeah, Cycle Street Wraith, Thought Sees You, go to 1, play 2 Shadows, do 2 Phoenixes, but I don't think that's likely. It would have to be some combination of that. If they Thought Seize, I will force it, because these are doing nothing anyway. Okay, well, we get the 4-1. Deck still proving really, really nice. We did lose some Mardu energy, which is annoying. That deck is obviously very popular, but I don't think the matchup is as bad. I think we can learn a lesson, though. I think we're possibly meant to mulligan to make very quick Rhinos. I can't remember if I brought in Endurance or not, but Phlage was a huge problem. So, yeah, maybe that's an argument for subtleties. But yeah, still really, really happy with the deck. I think it's a really good choice at the moment with things like Chalice of the Void, Teferi being really low. People just don't necessarily expect what you're doing. You have a few different angles of attack. So, yep, really happy with the list. Please do let me know if you saw anything that maybe could have done better, played differently, or if you got any suggestions for the list. But yeah, for now, I'll see you again next time. Cheers.